Is tech YouTube dying? Yes, but no, but yet. Yes, but no. I mean, kind of. Look, here's the thing. A lot of things have changed across YouTube, especially in the tech space and really in tech in general. It's not as exciting as it used to be, and not as many of you are watching as many tech videos as you used to watch. And I kind of understand why. I've kind of talked to some other creators, and I talked a little bit about this in my last video talking about why you don't care about the iPhone 14, but this goes beyond mobile tech. There's some other things going on, and I want to talk about it, and I'm going to do that right after this.
This is, you listening to Travis.
What up, players? Welcome back. And for all you new people, welcome. My name's Travis and I do tech videos every single week. And today we're going to talk about tech YouTube's dead. Or is it? It's on life support. Anyway, let's get into the video. In my last video, I talked about the iPhone 14 and how most people aren't really interested in it, but there's some reasons behind that actually make sense. And it has really not as much to do with this as you might think. If you haven't seen that video, links in the description below. As a matter of fact, hit that subscribe button so you can watch it after this video. What's going on right now is tech has gotten really good. And the world has also kind of changed a little bit. There's a lot going on here. Now, some of you might think, well, yeah, I'm just not watching a lot of videos about phones and stuff, but that's not exactly what I'm talking about. Sure, mobile is definitely impacted. I've seen it across my channel and my friends' channels and stuff. But that's not even what I'm talking about. Even people who cover things like PCs are feeling the crunch. J2Cents, and every time I say that, I keep thinking of a 90s rapper. I don't know why. Anyway, J2Cents did a video about this not that long ago, and I think pretty much everyone in tech is being crunched by this.
It's just dropping like a rock right now. It's not just our channel's views are down, everyone's are down. So this is not a problem that is specific to our channel.
There's a couple of things that are going on, and COVID did not help. With the supply strains on different products, I mean, a lot of things have been pushed back in timelines. It's harder to get certain things. It's really impacting a little bit of everything. So for sure, the availability of certain products is still kind of constrained. And in the computer side of things, graphics cards have been constrained for a long time. And they're even more so now. Like, it's ridiculous to try to buy a graphics card right now. And in mobile, last year was a little bit of a crap show. Some products got pushed back, and the availability of products is kind of iffy. But really, more than that, what's really happened in tech is it's gotten too good. And you might think if something gets really good, you just want to watch more of it. I mean, I know that makes sense logically, but what's happening is when you're buying something, you don't really need to check up on anything else. You kind of get your thing, you do the research, you watch the videos, you get excited about it, you watch the review, you go buy it, and then you don't really need to replace it for a long time. It's definitely the situation here in phones. I mean, once upon a time, it made a lot of sense to upgrade every other year, and even some people who were really hardcore every year, because you would see these massive jumps in productivity, or at least the availability of things that you didn't have in your previous phone. And the same thing for like computers and stuff. I mean, processors are really incredibly powerful right now, but they have been for a very long time. And the things that you're seeing are kind of incremental, and it's like you buy something now and it's going to work for many years to come. So why continue to watch more content about it? And that's literally what some of you have said in the comments. Leave me more comments below. Let me know why you're not watching as much. And for those of you who think that I'm just talking about myself, YouTube themselves have actually kind of admitted this. Actually, on Twitter, one of the representatives, the liaison for YouTube, basically said that they see a problem across tech and that there is a downturn in views. It's not just me and mobile, it's across tech. And this is a problem for tech tubers like myself, where you're putting out content, not many people are watching it, definitely demotivates you, and it's just not as fun. The other thing is some tech tubers actually do this for a full-time job, and all of their money comes from this, so this is like getting a pay cut, and that kind of sucks. Another thing to consider is you guys and gals are just straight up burned out, and I get it. I mean, I've seen it in the comments. I feel it myself. If me creating the content makes me feel burned out sometimes, I know you watching it does too. How many leaks can you get into and watch and love? And how many times can you buy the same thing over and over and over again and get excited about it? The content is only as good as the new products are, and some of the new products aren't really all that great. We're trying to make something seem much more exciting or interesting than maybe it really is. A new camera? I mean, okay, I guess. Maybe a new feature. Maybe it has reverse wireless charging this year, or maybe it has a 120 hertz display, which is cool, I suppose. But after a while, it gets to be a little bit old, and I can't blame you guys and gals for not really watching as much anymore. But at the end of the day, who can fix this? I'm not even sure it can be fixed. This is a bit of a problem with progress. We're progressing so far and so fast and so deep And so amazingly so that it's hard to be any better than we already are. Sure, we're still going to see some great innovations over the next couple of years, but part of me wonders, will it be in time before a lot of the tech YouTubers decide that it's just not worth it anymore? Or maybe even worse, maybe you decide it's not worth it anymore. And while there are a lot of people out there that are ready to upgrade because maybe their PC's a couple years old or their phone's a couple years old and it's that time, that is becoming a longer and longer period of time in between those particular times. Like, it's not just every other year, it's every 5 or 6 years. And with that, what happens in the meantime? Where do you guys go? I miss you. I miss all of you. So for content creators like myself, it is a problem. And it makes me wonder, should I just go do something else? I mean, besides tech, because I gotta be honest, I felt this earlier in the year before I really started seeing the slowdown on my channel. I just kind of got bored myself. And you know that's bad when the person creating content about something is actually getting bored of the tech itself. I mean, it is just kind of getting incrementally better every year. It's already so incredibly good. I've proved this many times with my Amazon Renewed series of videos where I go back and buy previous flagship phones from a couple years ago and they're still absolutely excellent. So why would someone continue to watch every single year new videos about new phones, tablets, computers, whatever? The changes between one year and the next, while on paper seem big, in reality are just kind of minuscule. And this is kind of a problem for manufacturers. The thing is, someone in my comments said something and I thought it was actually kind of a brilliant insight, except for the fact that it's completely impractical. Could some of these companies go to an every other year cycle for products? Sure. I mean, it would definitely make the one product and then the next product have a much larger gap in the things that are happening between that time. If you had 2 years to be able to put in all of your R&D on a new product between one phone and the next, one processor and the next, if you didn't have to come out with one every single year, the leaps could be potentially exponential, not just linear, but exponential. But you'd be leaving so much money on the table. That's just never going to happen. So yeah, it'd be cool if we had a phone every other year, I guess, or a tablet every other year, or a processor every other year, but no one would stand for that. It's never going to happen because when it comes down to it, it's all about money. So what you're going to see is more incremental upgrades with every once in a while, something that's mildly interesting and a bunch of YouTube videos that kind of make the smallest things seem more exciting than they are. And for me, that's not that interesting. So what I've been doing lately is trying to use tech in different ways and make it interesting. I've done a couple videos recently about this sort of stuff. If you like that stuff, I got like one right here. I thought that was a pretty cool one, and another one right here. If you haven't seen those, you probably should. And I'll see you next time. Peace and love.